In the endless expanse of space, there is a place where light is merely a distant memory. Imagine a galaxy where darkness reigns, and every step you take could be your last. This is the Nebula of Fear, a cosmic void where unseen predators lurk, and an eerie presence hums in the air. Welcome to a journey into the unknown. The crew of the Astra 9 has just stumbled upon a discovery that will change their fate. What seemed like an ordinary nebula turns out to be something far more dangerous, a galaxy where no light exists and the laws of physics bend unnervingly. As they delve deeper, the crew realizes the true horror of the void surrounding them. As the Astra 9 enters the dark nebula, excitement quickly fades into unease. The usual hum of the ship's systems goes dead, replaced by an eerie silence. It's as if the universe itself is holding its breath, and something ancient and unseen watches their every move. As they approach the core of the nebula, the crew members begin to hear faint sounds. These sounds seem to come from nowhere, whispering through the ship's walls, vibrating the air around them. It's as though the galaxy itself is alive, its own creatures using the star's silence to move and hunt. The ship's instruments can't pick up any sign of life, yet every crew member can feel it. Something is out there, moving in the dark. Suddenly, the ship is jolted by an unexpected force, a burst of energy that knocks the crew off balance. They quickly realize that something is affecting the ship's systems. The lights flicker, and the ship's artificial gravity fluctuates, making them feel weightless for moments at a time. Panic sets in as they realize that they are no longer in control. But it's too late. Something is watching them, and they can feel its presence. The crew scrambles to restore power and communications, but every time they think they've fixed one issue, another arises. It's as though the galaxy itself is fighting against them, as though it doesn't want them to leave. The darkness around them deepens, and they start to see strange shapes moving just outside the ship's viewport. Shadows that don't belong to any known creature, but seem to be alive, shifting, twisting, and waiting for the right moment to strike. With every passing moment, the crew grows more paranoid. They've heard the stories, the rumors of strange creatures that exist in the deepest parts of space, beings that never need light to see, that rely on sound to hunt. In this galaxy, where light is an alien concept, they now face the unimaginable. These creatures, these hunters, have been waiting for them, and they are growing bolder with each passing hour. The crew members begin to hear sounds that they can't explain. Footsteps echoing in the hallways of the ship, whispers too faint to catch, but too real to ignore. The deeper they venture into the galaxy, the more these sounds intensify. Each noise is a reminder of how vulnerable they are. In this galaxy, there is no escape. There is no light to guide them, no safety to be found. They are alone, and the creatures of the dark are closing in. One by one, the crew members begin to feel the weight of their fear. Every shadow holds the promise of danger. Every creak of the ship's metal frame is a potential threat. As the crew tries to find a way to navigate this cursed galaxy, they realize that they can't trust their senses. The creatures, they now understand, don't just hunt by sound, they can manipulate it. The ship's walls are no longer silent. The very air around them is alive with noise, and it is becoming harder and harder to tell what's real and what's just a trap set by the darkness. Desperation sets in. The crew has no choice but to take drastic measures. They begin to experiment with the ship's technology, using sound waves to communicate, hoping to find a frequency that will allow them to survive. But the creatures are evolving, adapting to their every move. The crew soon learns that the more they try to fight back, the more the creatures seem to learn from them. They are not just in the dark, they are part of it now. As the days stretch on, the crew's mental state begins to deteriorate. They can no longer sleep, no longer eat, as the constant hum of the nebula and the strange sounds of the galaxy's inhabitants continue to torment them. They are isolated, trapped in a place where nothing is what it seems. They don't know if the shadows they see are real or if they are just figments of their terrified minds. What they do know is that they can't stay much longer. They are running out of time, and the creatures of the dark are closing in. The crew's only hope now lies in uncovering the source of the nebula's eerie power. The deeper they venture into the darkness, the closer they come to understanding what this galaxy truly is, a living, breathing entity. The nebula itself is a vast, sentient being, one that feeds on the fear of those who enter its domain. The creatures that hunt in the dark are its servants, creatures that exist to protect it and feed it. But with this knowledge comes a horrifying realization. The nebula isn't just a region of space. It's a trap, and they have already fallen into it. The longer they remain, the stronger the nebula's hold on them becomes. It feeds on their fear, growing larger and more powerful with every passing moment. The crew is no longer just fighting to survive. They are fighting to escape an entity that has claimed them as its own. The silence around them grows louder, the darkness deeper. Every breath feels heavier. The crew knows that time is running out. If they don't find a way to escape soon, they will become part of the nebula forever. Will they find the strength to survive, or will they be consumed by the darkness that waits for them? The galaxy is alive, and it is watching them, waiting for them to make the wrong move. As the crew comes to terms with their situation, panic begins to give way to something darker: resignation. Despite their best efforts to escape, the galaxy's hold on them strengthens. The crew slowly realizes that this place isn't just about survival, it's something much more sinister. They are part of the nebula now, and the galaxy has already decided their fate. In their final moments, the crew prepares to face whatever creatures lurk in the dark. They can't escape, but they will go down fighting. They realize that to survive, they must confront the darkness directly. It's a test of willpower: succumb to fear or fight for survival. The crew activates all remaining weapons and systems, determined to make a last stand. But just as they think they've gained some control, the galaxy reveals its true nature. It doesn't just trap, it controls. The crew is no longer in charge of their destiny. The nebula has already won. In a selfless act of bravery, one crew member sacrifices themselves to lure the creatures away from the others. Their final cry echoes through the empty halls of the ship as the rest of the crew races toward what they hope will be an escape. But deep down, they know it's already too late. The nebula has claimed them all. Silence returns, deeper than ever. The surviving crew members are battered, broken, and emotionally shattered. They are no longer explorers, they are prisoners of the galaxy. The last member left alive is haunted by the cries of fallen comrades. In the dark, even the stars seem to whisper their names. They've learned a painful truth. In a galaxy without light, it's not the darkness that's the enemy. It's the fear the darkness breeds. Fear that turns friends into enemies and hope into despair. The creatures weren't just predators. They were manifestations of their worst fears. Now, the last crew member drifts in the void, unable to shake the feeling that they're not alone. The darkness still waits. It has already claimed them. This is no ordinary galaxy. It's a living nightmare. Their survival isn't about escaping the creatures anymore. It's about surviving the terror within. The Astra 9 floats silently in the heart of the nebula, its lights dimmed. The crew is gone, and the ship is now a forgotten relic in a place where time stands still. But deep within the nebula, something stirs. The darkness waits, patient and unyielding, for the next victim. The Nebula of Fear continues to consume those who enter its domain. Its secrets are buried beneath layers of terror and darkness. The creatures still hunt, and the darkness will never be vanquished. It will only grow, waiting for the next explorers to fall prey. The crew of the Astra 9 is just one of many who will fall. Their story may be over, but the galaxy's story is far from finished. The darkness continues to call. What awaits in its shadows? The terror of the galaxy will never truly fade. And as the Astra 9 fades into history, we're left with a haunting question. Could we survive in such a galaxy? The Nebula of Fear is a place where light is absent, and only sounds betray our presence. Could humanity endure its terror? Only time will tell. If you've made it this far, we hope you've enjoyed this journey into the unknown. The universe holds mysteries both dark and wondrous. Which path will you choose when it's time to explore the stars? Like, comment, and subscribe for more tales from the cosmos. Until next time, remember, the stars may be silent, but they are never empty. Want more chilling cosmic stories? Hit subscribe and stay tuned for our next adventure into the unknown. The universe always has secrets waiting to be uncovered. And always remember, the stars may be silent, but something is always watching.